Coming up on Bay Area Bargains, why would you want to buy a mattress in a box? Because it is a pizza mattress. It's green, it's comfortable, it's great value, and it is durable. We're going to run it over with a truck. Coming up on Bay Area Bargains. The state has a fairly complicated system for juvenile justice. It's a dual system. You've got counties, you got the state system. There is a division of juvenile justice in the state, and for the second time, the governor is trying to shut it down. Jerry Brown is. Let me introduce you to Selena Teji. She is with the Center of Juvenile and Criminal Justice. Can you explain why that's a good thing?
Yes, so best correctional practices indicate that actually serving youth locally as close to the community and as close to the point at which they're going to re-enter is better for ensuring long-term public safety. If you can teach a youth how to exist in their community as a pro-social person, as a law-abiding person, then they're less likely to recidivate.
So the system as it now exists is that some youth end up going to these county systems, and then some youth end up in state prisons?
In state youth facilities, yes.
Where are they located?
They're located, there are 2 in Stockton and 1 in Ventura, so there are 3 right now.
I got to be guessing, though, that those systems are very different from the county systems.
They are very different because they're so isolated from the communities these youths are coming from. The youths that end up there are just isolated in these large institutional facilities. They're very, very old buildings. And so a lot of the problems that you get in those state facilities is you just can't treat them. There's no therapeutic environment. A lot of these facilities are really suffering structural problems. Sewage is getting into their drinking water. The roofs are collapsing.
And these are the youth.
And these youths are being housed there, yes.
How does that affect the recidivism rate?
The youths coming out of the state facilities have a very high recidivism rate because also there's no continuum of re-entry services. Youths coming out of those state facilities are just placed back in the county level.
So that really raises the question of why do we even have a state division of juvenile justice if the system is so awful, and if there are systems in place in the county to deal with many of these youth? Why are any of them going to the state?
Right, and so what's happened over the years is some counties have been serving a lot of their youth at the county level, taking on responsibility and developing really innovative programs to serve those high needs offenders.
San Francisco?
San Francisco is definitely one of them.
Like Alameda?
Alameda has been doing a lot of great things. Solano County has been doing Santa Clara, Santa Cruz. But then you see other counties who, instead of developing that infrastructure at the local level, have just depended on the state and send large amounts of youth to the state.
Oh, okay. So what happens to the kids from those counties who have nowhere to go?
From the counties that they end up going to...
If they shut down the state system, you've got a bunch of young prisoners and nowhere to go.
Exactly, and this has been one of the concerns that counties have been sharing in regards to the governor's proposal. So some counties like San Francisco, who don't have that many youth in the state facilities, well, that's fine. They will develop and they will innovate and they will create great programs for those youth. But the counties who haven't historically developed those programs, Kern County, Kings County, are going to struggle to serve those youth at the county level.
So it sounds to me like this is weird. This is good news. This is like a win-win situation. There'll be money for the counties to develop their own program, and the state will end up saving money. It won't spend as much on these prisons.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Wow. Okay. Good news, ladies and gentlemen. We like to shock you occasionally with remarkable information. Thank you very much. Selena Teji is with the Center on Juvenile and Criminal Justice. If you want to follow this story, it's Jerry Brown talking for the second time about closing the Division of Juvenile Justice, and it looks like this time he might actually succeed. Thanks very much for joining us. Marty?